Hello everyone, it is Friday, November 30th, 2018. Of course, Wednesday was New Comic Book Day, which means today right now is New Comic Book video time. Picked up a lot of books this week, and then I have a couple of Blu-rays I'm going to show and a 4K movie that I picked up. So we will jump right into the books because there is a lot to show tonight. Book number one, Tarot, Witch of the Black Rose, number 113. This was cover B. Again, apologize for any glare that you might have on the screen. And this was cover A. I've always enjoyed this story, so I buy them every time I see them when they come out. Spider Girls, number 2. Brand new from Image, The Warning, number 1. And as status quo for me, I have not had a chance to read any of these books yet. Black Panther versus Deadpool, number 2. There was a couple of covers of this book, but this was the one I liked the most. Right there. Hex Wives, number 2. I did enjoy the first one, so I'm looking forward to reading the second one. Really cool Joker cover here. This is Batman Beyond, number 26. Really, really nice right there. And then I have the other cover as well. They came out with a really cool... That's kind of a weird-looking Joker. He's kind of a wicked-looking Joker right there. I like that. Flash 59. Kind of a cool black and white right there. Or more of a gray and white. Local artist Dan Mendoza, Zombie Tramp 54. There was a couple of different covers of this book. This was the only one I really liked. Going for some brains right there in the old claw machine. And then issue number 6 of Black Betty. Also from Action Lab. This right here, this was the one we talked about, which was Junior High Horror, which is kind of the, you know, Freddy, Jason, Michael Myers takeoff. And this was 3 different covers. There was a 4th cover that was kind of a Thing homage, but that had some damage on it. So this was one cover here. Second cover. And third cover. Speaking of Batman Beyond 26, here was the B cover of that. The first one I showed was the actual A cover. This is the B cover. Cool Joker right there. Kind of almost like the Batman 608 where he's on the gargoyle. Kind of the same concept right there. A little different, but the concept is the same on that. The second print 608, which is real hard to find and comes up with a pretty good premium. Really nice looking cover right here. Batgirl 29, B cover. I like that one. And then we have Detective 993. Really cool zombie-esque cover right there. Anything with graves and zombies and monsters, I am going to be all over right there. Paradise Court, number 5 from Zenescope. This is actually a really good story. This was the first cover. And like I said, Zenescope is really good at drawing really nice women on their covers. And a lot of those books are cover purchases. But that was just another example right there. And then the second cover. Again, really, really nice cover. Damsel in Distress. Mean Monster. What more do you want in a book? Spider-Man Deadpool 42. Deadman Logan number 1. Really cool cover right there. I like that cover. I'm probably going to say one of the covers of the week right here. The Paradise Court, the first one I thought was a really nice cover. This is another nice cover right here. Wonder Woman 59 right there. Heroes in Crisis, number 3. Been a really good storyline. That's a real nice Wonder Woman cover right there. Wasn't wild about the other cover, so I just grabbed this one here. And a book that didn't get ordered a lot, because the previous books, when I talked to the shop and talked to some people in other parts that I know that, we always talk about books that are coming out. A lot of shops didn't order this because it wasn't selling really well, but this was Daredevil, Death of Daredevil number 612. There was like 5 or 6 different covers, but again, a lot of shops didn't order it because there wasn't this didn't have a big sell history. A lot of the issues, shops were like, I only sold 1 or 2 issues of this book, so they didn't order it big. Sold out very, very quickly. So Daredevil 612, probably going to be a real limited run on this, because if you didn't order them, they're not out there. So that's what I picked up on books. Now, on the next video, I'm going to show you the shop I go to had a Black Friday sale where they were giving a lot of their vintage books 50% off. Now, if you can buy a 10-cent, 12-cent cover for 50% off, I'm going to be there all day doing that. Now, when you're doing things like that and you're trying to find the deals, the best thing you can do is either find a high-end book that you're looking for, if that's your interest, or try to find books in the mid-range and higher that you're going to get a nice price on, because the value will just continue to go up. And again, like we've stated in the past, 10 and 12 centers. 10 centers in high grade are almost impossible to find on the big titles, and the 12 centers are getting harder and harder to find because speculators are just, snatching them up as much as they can. So I was out with the wife today, running a few errands. She had a doctor's appointment that we went to, and we stopped at Big Lots. Now, I usually don't buy a lot of stuff at Big Lots, but every once in a while, they come out with a really good Blu-ray. Now, I do some Blu-ray videos here at the end, and I've had some people ask for them. I just happened to pick up a couple things this week. First thing I picked up this week, First Blood came out on 4K. This was kind of hard for me to find locally. I was able to find one, and I was happy to get that because I've always liked this movie. This, of course, is the first in the Rambo series, and I've always liked this movie. Brian Dennehy plays a great sheriff, and this is just the kickoff of this franchise. And, of course, they're in the process right now of filming the last Rambo movie, where he's back home in Arizona on his ranch, so I am looking forward to that. And then a movie that wasn't a great movie, but again, I got this movie for $1.88 at Big Lots, and it's a Blu-ray version of the remake of RoboCop. And I mean, look at it right there. I mean, for $1.88, why are you going to let that pass up, right? I'm not going to. I'm going to grab that all day long. So there was that. And the big find, for me, the big find was the TV show Dexter, about the serial killer who kills only bad people. A very popular show. The last season didn't get a lot of attention because a lot of people didn't like it. But they had complete seasons on Blu-ray for $5. And I was able to get a complete run with the exception of season 2, which they didn't have. I mean, for $5 a season, you're not going to pass it up, especially on Blu-ray. This isn't DVD. This was Blu-ray. So very happy when I found that. So, of course, season 1, the 3rd season, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, and the final season. The big thing about the final season was I don't think it was so much people didn't like the season, they just didn't like the way it ended. And I tend to agree with them, but for the most part, this was a really fun series, and I was very happy to find that. So I got a lot of good response as we move forward. I got a lot of good response on my last video as it relates to the reply to the individual who didn't like my comments regarding the show. And a lot of you were basically on the same page, which was, if you're going to have a bad show, don't do a show. So, I mean, I'm not going to touch bases on that anymore, but I do appreciate all the feedback. I appreciate the positive comments. I appreciate the support that I get from this channel, the support I get from this community. It's very important that we stick together and do everything we can to make this industry grow and be successful, because there's going to come a time very soon where speculators and graded books are going to go by the wayside, and what's going to be left are the true comic book collectors who have been there. I've been there since the 70s. I would never thought about, what my book was worth or what I was going to resell it for. And ultimately, like most things, this aspect of the collecting agent, the collecting area is going to get past the financial, the monetary value of a book, and just get back to enjoying the book. And you might not believe it. It might not happen tomorrow or next week, but trust me, it is coming down the pipeline. So I appreciate that. I know I keep talking about possibly opening up my new space. I am on day shift right now with my new job, or with the job, and there is a possibility that I might be able to open that. There's a few things in the fire right now. I got a couple irons in the fire, and so I'm hoping, I always say this, I'm hoping to have some information. I am still hoping to have some information. I just don't know exactly when that information's coming. And then I had a viewer who asked me a question regarding my prints in the back, especially the Morton Salt Girl. What that is, it's an artist from Arizona named Shelby Robertson. He has a company called American Discord. He does some really nice artwork, really, really good stuff. And that is a zombie version of the Morton Salt Girl. And the comment next to it, you could probably see it right in that area there, my big finger coming in, says, "When it feeds, blood pours." And so I always liked that. That was one of the first pieces I actually bought from him. And as you can see behind me, I have a lot of stuff from him because I think he's a very good artist. He's a really nice guy. And if you have an opportunity, you can go to his website and see all the different art pieces he does. He also does a lot of blank cover artwork. So, take a look at him. It's American Discord is the name of the company. So that's pretty much all we have right now. It wasn't a great video, but it was a video that, I wanted to get the books out there. I hope you enjoyed the Blu-ray stuff. So I hope you liked the video. But as always, if you didn't, nothing I can do for you. Have a great night, and I'll see you real soon.